Hey everyone, I am here with another video because I feel like something really needs some attention brought to it, and you all probably are saturated with attention being brought to this, but obviously I am talking about the recent shooting of Renee Good in Minnesota from an ICE agent. And so I just have a few thoughts on that. And in addition to that is a video that I'm going to post in the comments from JD Vance, the vice president, regarding this shooting and some troubling takeaways from that. So first of all, the reason I'm even making this video is because new video evidence has come out, and I don't know if it is actually from the ICE agent, Jonathan Ross. I'm not sure if it was from him, but it looks like it was from his perspective, maybe from a cell phone that he was holding or a body cam, I'm not sure, but it did come out. And I believe that it's Alpha News that produced this video, and that's out of Minnesota. And so this actually shows the last interaction between Renee Good and Jonathan Ross. And in that video, a few things can be seen. Renee Good's partner, Becca Good, is visible in the video. She is, yelling at the ICE officer. There's no doubt about that. But then the ICE officer moves away around the vehicle, and you actually hear Renee Good saying a few things. Renee was not actually shouting at the ICE officer. And in fact, you can hear her actually say on the video, "I'm not mad at you." She's actually saying those words, "I'm not mad at you." She did not even have anger or hatred aimed at this officer who just moments later would fatally shoot her. She actually said that, "I'm not mad at you." And then as the officer shoots her and she speeds away, you can hear him call her effing B word, okay, right after he fatally shot her. So that's this new video. The link will be in the comments below this, but something really stands out. First of all, she was not terrorizing him. I am not an expert. I don't know all the details. I don't know why she was there. I've heard things, but nothing has come out concrete, so I'm not even assuming why she was there. But what I can tell you is from the video, she was not terrorizing this ICE agent. In fact, I would say she was speaking to him in a very civilized manner. It appears that she was trying to evade him. And we actually know from other angles that there were other agents trying to open her door and possibly remove her from the vehicle. I'm sure that she was very scared in the moment, and so she tries to speed off. It appears that she is actually turning away from the officer, not into the officer, but she makes it very clear that she is not mad at the officer. She's not terrorizing the officer, and this directly contradicts the narrative that both Kristi Noem and Donald Trump have painted for us of this woman who supposedly was some sort of a professional protester and member of some, I don't know, call it a left-wing conspiracy. She was not, by all reports that have come out, she was not any type of an active protester. And she was not harassing officers. She was telling them, "I'm not mad at you." Even if she was mad, she made it very clear, "I'm not mad at you. This is not personal." And then she was killed. I want to tell you, just based on that, she did not do anything to deserve lethal force. But here's another thing, and this is really important. Even if she were a protester, even if she was exercising her right to freedom of speech, and even if she was protesting, that is not a reason for using lethal force. So even if she was an active protester, she should not have been shot. And law enforcement officers have actually viewed this. Lawyers have viewed this. And the law enforcement officers have said there was no reason for lethal force to be used on this woman. Self-defense is not an adequate or appropriate defense in this example, because it was apparent that she was trying to get away from the agents, not trying to attack them or kill them or use her vehicle as a lethal weapon. And even even if she were driving towards agents, there are actually rules for engaging a moving vehicle with a firearm. And this agent did not follow those. So that's the first point that needs to be made. The second point is this, and I'm going to post another link in the comments to a video showing our Vice President, JD Vance, who propagates this false narrative that she is somehow a bad person, that she is a belligerent, that she is an attacker, a domestic terrorist, and that this officer, this agent, was authorized to use lethal force. And as a matter of fact, he's even talked about absolute immunity. In other words, these people can do anything that they want to do with absolute immunity. As if that's not bad enough. In the video, he talks about how there are plans for these agents, these ICE agents, to now go door to door in households, knocking on the door to interrogate residents. Now, my question is this. If we yell at one of these ICE agents who comes to our door, are they going to shoot us in the face 3 times? Because as far as I can see from the video, the only thing that really took place of any bad sort of a nature was that Becca Good was yelling at the ICE agents. So if we raise our voices, are we now going to face lethal force in our own homes? That's troubling to me. That's troubling to me. Also troubling is something else. Vance talks about how they're fast-tracking these new ICE agents and talking about the 8-week training. And there have been several things that have been removed from that 8-week training. And now agents only receive 47 days of training within that 8 weeks. And several key components of what used to be part of the ICE training have been removed. And part of them is actually language classes so that they can communicate effectively with the people that they are trying to either apprehend or question or whatever the case may be. And they are actually lowering the training requirements to fast track people into these positions. So they are reducing the amount of training they receive, they're increasing the pay, and they're opening up the doors to more and more people who are not really being properly vetted or properly trained. And they are putting firearms at their sides. They are giving them absolute immunity. And they are doing everything that law enforcement officers and lawyers say is bad practice and does not follow guidelines that are already in place for law enforcement agencies. Friends, this is very troubling. You should be troubled and you should be concerned because they are now targeting U.S. citizens. They are now targeting unarmed citizens. And they have decided that they will use whatever force is necessary, even lethal force, to accomplish their ends. Friends, it is a troubling time in America today. We desperately need prayer, but we also desperately need conscientious, good, strong citizens to stand up and to speak out against this type of lawlessness from the very highest tiers of government in America. And we need to say, no more. We are a nation of laws, and that means even the federal government must follow the law.